Hey, it's your data from Racktop Systems. I'm excited to show off just one of the latest features in our Release 22 of our BrickStor appliance, TDM, or Transparent Data Movement, which brings archive capability to the production NAS. So for this scenario, I've created a demo organization. I've already pre-populated the device with some sample datasets and populated those datasets with some sample data. So here on the left-hand side of my manager, you see I have a data set up called customer data. Inside of customer data, I have a couple of customers and I have a couple of projects related to each one of those customers. I'm independently encrypting the customer data from each other as well. So each one of my customers has a separate encryption key. I just received word that the Racktop demo sales team was awarded a contract for a new project for our first customer, Customer 1, and that project will require at least 3 gigs of space for content to upload. So let's go ahead and create that new workspace area. Create that new data set and go ahead and commit that change. I can now browse to Customer 1 and immediately I see Project 3 is now available to all the users that will be contributing to Project 3 and start uploading data. Now the project requirements called for 3 gigs of available space for users to upload the project data. I can see here for Customer 1 that I only have 1.73 gigs of available space. Well, Customer 1 is one of Racktop Demo's oldest clients, and we've done several projects with them in the past. And as the storage administrator, I wonder when's the last time somebody has actually made use of any of the Project 1 or Project 2 data. When is the last time a user has actually made use of anything, and why is it still sitting on my production NAS appliance? What's really cool is I can leverage our user behavior capability built into the BrickStor appliance to find that information out. By just going to Project 1, select the user behavior. I can view the users and the operations they're actually doing. Think of user behavior analytics as a forensics tool that tells you all the data about how your users interact with your data. So from here I can see that nobody has accessed this data within 24 hours. Which is ancient because Racktop Demo was born 24 hours ago. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to archive our Project 1 to a cloud location, transparently to the end users, so that we can free up space for Project 3 for the new projects that's coming in. I'll go over here to TDM, enable that on this data set, select the cloud resource I want to go to, and I immediately want to evacuate the content. But I want to leave behind the metadata information so that users still think the data is on-prem, but it just actually moved to the cloud. We'll commit that change and immediately TDM will pick that data up and start archiving it to a cloud location. One important fact is we are encrypting and compressing the data while it's in transition and migrating to the cloud. So that way you maintain the keys and your customers don't end up living in a leaky bucket with their data all over the place. Now that the data is archived and it's transparently been put in the cloud, let's go ahead and browse the directory. Let's go to Project 1 and let's just open up a few files. You can see that the data is still accessible and the files are still accessible, but they're just being passed through to the cloud resource. The BrickStor appliance downstream is just translating that information. Any changes to this file will then be re-uploaded, cached, and sent back to the archive again. So all the data is still accessible and usable from the BrickStor appliance on-prem. Now let's close this out and hop back over to Project 3. And now you can see I have 3.5 gigs almost of space for the new project that's coming in. And I've freed up Project 1, which is still transparently accessible to all my end users in the event that they need to bring content back. Thanks for watching.